Sean Diddy Combs have been building for months.
Is facing another lawsuit. Dawn Richard from Dirty Money
Suing Sean Diddy Combs for alleged assault.
Combs' lawyers said these complaints are full of lies. We will prove them false and seek sanctions against every unethical lawyer.
Media is the most powerful industry in the world. In this day and age, I do have to address all types of things that need to be cleared up.
Hey, yo, you think we can hire an editor to go and find clips? You're an editor, right?
If you don't control your narrative, somebody else will control it.
For media wars, let me ask you positive comments. Say, any Dawn Richard interview where she speaks positively about her relationship with Diddy. She did a lot of interviews. And on the interviews, they want to talk about me. You know what I'm saying? In the interview, so we know, like, if we can track down the interviews, we know she give you right up, thanks up, bro. You know, sure, come on. Got the video with P. Diddy. See me in the city, looking pretty.
We live in a real-time world. This case is going to be played in real time. It's going to be played in front of the public, billions of people in real time.
Talking to fans, taking selfies with them. Over the weekend was in Central Park. So he seemed like he didn't have a care in the world. Diddy was staying in Midtown Manhattan. He apparently knew this was coming.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul.
The indictment alleges Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice.
After Combs was arrested at the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan, Homeland Security searched his hotel room.
But what about when it gets cold? 2 hours. What's that, sweatpants on?
Among the items cataloged were a prescription bottle in the name of Frank Black, and that contained clonazepam, which is used to treat everything from anxiety and panic disorders to psychosis, a black fanny pack containing $9,000 in cash.
You want to put the stuff in my fanny pack,
There was also evidence photos shown of another prescription bottle, which agents say contained 2 bags of a pink powdery substance, which tested positive for MDMA and ketamine. But there was also an evidence photo of 5 bottles of baby oil and lubricant sitting in the bathtub by the drain, as well as 2 more bottles of lubricant in the drawer of the nightstand. There was also a Ziploc bag full of Johnson's baby oil bottles.
Combs denies all the charges against him, and if convicted, faces possible life in prison.
Sean Diddy Combs will not get out of jail on bail. In the decision, the judge said prosecutors provided clear and convincing evidence to support a risk of witness tampering.
They say just last week he contacted a witness over 50 times.
Miss Kalina Harper was the most recent person we know of that he contacted. That was after September 10th, after Dawn Richard filed.
This was can you break down?
It's a Dirty Money crew. This is Dawn, as you know.
Yeah.
Boom. It's Kalina.
Yeah.
And you know, this is a special project, you know.
When Dawn drops her lawsuit, I get this call at 11 o'clock and he's panicking.
Dawn is dropping something, saying all types of crazy psycho shit.
No, the fuck she not.
With your name all in there.
Fucking God.
This brokenness done got niggas motherfucking acting like motherfucking, you know, when zombies get big. Yo, I'ma send you the shit right this fucking second.
What's you talking about?
I'ma send it to you right now. I'ma definitely need you to go on the record. If I'm asking for a big favor. I can't even, like, stay. I'm in an investigation. She's putting this shit in, like, she's bugging. I never had a problem with this girl.
Yeah, I already know anyway. I understand. Can you send it to me so I can see it?
I'm gonna send it right now. All right, look.
I read the 55-page lawsuit that Dawn had just filed. And my heart literally dropped on the floor.
Dawn Richard is suing Sean Diddy Combs for alleged assault,
sexual battery, forced labor, and gender-motivated violence.
She and her bandmate Kalina Harper waited in the kitchen where many of them appeared to be lethargic or passed out while Diddy and his guests performed sexual acts on them.
I'm asking for the brother favor of life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like a statement, something. I mean, whatever statement, interview, this should make me want to interview.
Granted, I'm dealing with my own situation. I am caught up in a contentious child custody battle, and now this. The only person I could call in the beginning was Puff. Just trying to get help. Like, I need you to help me get more powerful lawyers. I was like, I need $5K. I can pay you back. And at the time, he was like, I can't help because I'm doing something else. Whatever.
So prior to this phone call, you asked him to help you?
Yeah.
And he said no?
He said he couldn't help me.
But then he called you to ask you to make a statement?
Yep. And I was like, I said, you know that's fucked up because I needed you, my nigga.
Kalina, she's a big key, especially if she's with her every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gives the black man story, I think it's trying to just tear everybody down. Like, hey, just watch that happen, and she was there. It's not right. You gotta figure out what you gotta do. Because God told me to do nothing.
So for me, it was like, this is a prime opportunity to tell him, I know you got that going on, but I got this going on. I want my kids. I don't know why Dawn is doing this, but I have to talk to my husband because anything I said can fuck around and not, I could not get my kids back. So I was like, look, y'all can't call me because you're scared to go to jail now. And rush me to say anything. I need time to think about it. Like, what am I going to say? I didn't see that. I didn't. But I don't want people to think like I'm trying to wear a bulletproof vest for Puff because I'm not. It's just like I'm not a bad person. And I wasn't around that shit. Like, I don't fucking know what they was doing. I don't know.
He had been reaching out to witnesses who had been subpoenaed. They're able to track it, according to the prosecutors, allegedly, on a timeline where there were some people that were subpoenaed that Diddy hadn't spoken to in years, but after they were subpoenaed, he directly reached out to them. He was actually telling people, like, I'm not supposed to be talking to you. Don't text me. So he knew what he was doing was not right.
I got some recordings that I could let you hear as well.
Baby girl, for real, no pressure. You know, I just felt like me and you was close enough like that. I ain't never asked nobody to make a statement, you know what I'm saying? But I feel comfortable, and I feel comfortable asking you, because I know real deal, real dog shit. If it's a nigga's funeral, that you be jumping in my casket.
Because I love you, bitch.
Because you really love me, you know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about you, but it's all good. Sometimes you gotta put yourself and your family first, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? If you have any apprehension, God don't tell you 100% to do it. Your man TV don't tell you. Anybody.
Kalina Harper from the group Diddy Dirty Money is speaking out in support of the music mogul.
Many of the allegations and incidents described in this suit are not representative of my experiences, and some do not align with my own truth.
Who's willing to cooperate with the government in this case?
Given who the defendant is, what do you expect that witness list to look like?
I got a text from the lead investigator. You've been formally subpoenaed. They'd like to begin the pretrial process. They had talked to well over 200 people before they got to me. They were like, you kept coming up, you kept coming up, you kept coming up. But I never wanted to tell you anyway. I wanted you to think it was all bad boy for life. I answered their questions. Then they say, is there anything missing? And I blew their minds. It was 2011. Puff and myself had moved to Los Angeles.
That's the original thing, right? Exactly. Everything's original. Yeah.
He had a trip, and Cassie came out and stayed with me. That gave her a little bit of freedom.
Is that 8mm?
Mm-hmm. So when Cassie's stepping out, she's like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with my friend. And who is he? Kid Cudi. Scott Muscudi. Wake up the next morning, she texts me, she says, hey, can Scott go hiking with us? And I was like, ooh, and then the hairs raised on my arm. And I said, this is going to be monumentally problematic. He can cheat on you. You can't cheat on him, Cassie. And I work for him at the end of the day. So now you've involved me by just texting me, can he hike with us? Kid Cudi goes hiking with us. Totally normal day. About a week after we went hiking, about 6:30 in the morning, I hear banging at my door.
Chop, chop.
It's Puff. His pants are split open like a maniac, froth in the side of his mouth. He has a gun, and he's mad as hell. He's like, why didn't you tell me? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Kid Cudi. And I was like, oh, that's Cassie's friend. And he's like, yeah, fuck all this. Go get dressed. We're gonna go kill him. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And he's like, I don't give a fuck what you want to do. He kidnapped me, and we drove 15 minutes up to Cudi's house. He went in with his gun. I was praying that Cudi wasn't home, and I called Cassie. What the fuck? He came and got me with a gun. We came up to Cudi's house to kill him. He's inside the house. I don't know what's going on. Cassie, what the fuck is going on? What happened? She said Cudi's with me. Then I see Puff coming back down the walkway. And he was like, tell her I have you and I'm not gonna let you go. Cassie, he has me. He won't let me go until I'm coming to get you. She says, come get me. He immediately begins kicking the shit out of her. She was just crouching, and he was just kicking her. He never balled up his fist, and it reminded me of like Pimp 70s shit. Like, oh, you're not gonna touch her face, because that's where the money is. Puff was like, what y'all gotta do is tell Cudi to not tell the police it's me. If I get in trouble today, for this bitch, I'm killing everybody.
First of all, I want to start by saying I'm very proud of y'all. You know, when I started out on my professional career, it's this fire and this passion that you have inside of you that makes you want a better life for yourself. Whereas you put your ego to the side and you're ready to serve whoever your boss is. You're ready to be there and be loyal and help take them to the top.
He was so mad for not telling him that Cassie was fucking Cudi. I was fired, and I went from being in charge of the company to you'll never be a president of any company. The kidnapping is, for me, that's like the most detrimental thing. I worked so hard to be able to take care of myself. And I worked so hard for Puff. His life would have been over then. He would have gone to jail for kidnapping in Los Angeles. But I protected you because I had more love for the culture than to embarrass him and take it all away from him like that. But you and Cassie put me back in it after I was out.
The trauma that this case has caused me has been more traumatizing than the first go-round with it. Because now I have to tell you what he did. Before I could pretend it was fine. And I think I did a good job of it. If you look at my Instagram, you'll see good stories about the past.
The most anticipated trial away in New York City. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs facing life in prison on charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
U.S. versus Combs, count 1, not guilty. Sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura, not guilty.
It is a mixed verdict, if you will.
It's a mixed verdict, but it is a stunning victory for the defense.
When we were in the deliberation room and we've come to an agreement and we're only saying that he's guilty for these 2 counts, my words exactly were, oh, S-H-I-T.
Do you think that justice was served?
100%. We saw both sides of it, and we came with our conclusions.
Today's a great victory. It's a great victory for Sean Combs. Today is a win.
I wasn't shocked by the verdict. He knows how to control the narrative or change the narrative by throwing money at it. Sean threw good money towards a bad situation that he was in. He threw a lot of it at that situation. 8 lawyers.
Combs' legal team, which has been dubbed the Dream Team, had some multi-million.
We had a wonderful jury. They listened to every word, and they got the situation right.
I'm not a rapper, music lover or anything, so I did zero knowledge about it.
I am of that generation who basically grew up listening to the music that he was involved in, from Biggie to 112. I even like Day 26. I wasn't like a personal fan of his, but in general, the music.
12 jurors looking at a celebrity for the first time, up close and personal, in a unique situation where they have the power over that celebrity. It's easy for him to play on people's consciousness, on their opinion of him, on their thoughts of him, on their view of him.
But team members of the public that were allowed in the courtroom.
It was a lot.
Other people on social media, they were right there with me. And I saw Diddy's PR team working out, literally talking to bloggers, talking to everybody.
It's like we have a movie and you're speaking this language and, you know what I'm saying, we need subtitles.
Diddy's team actually approached me and said, hey, we want to give you the transcripts. Every day we send out a highlight of the parts that you should actually pay attention to and that you might want to share with your people. Now, when that happened, I was like, okay, but no, thank you, right?
So you have to have some sort of comms to constantly be pushing that, Mom. You have to.
This is a 10-year relationship. It was adults and consensual, and everybody who was there wanted to be there.
Because you may just be the person that just does, you just may watch CNN. You know what I'm saying? And there's 9 billion people in the world. And 7 billion of them is on Instagram and TikTok. And so you at the wrong place looking to see what the people with the possible jurors are thinking.
In the lunchroom, Diddy's PR team was holding court. I saw them with a lot of bloggers, Instagram, TikTokers, Every day they would convene. They would be whispering back and forth. And I literally saw how something would happen in court, and the same group of people that were like this with Diddy's PR, they were reporting their version of events. And it spread everywhere.
You got a jury that's not sequestered. They're going to be going home every night, and this will be all over social media.
When they did not sequester the jurors, I was like, this can turn upside down by the end of the trial, because I knew there would be a way in for him.
Got it out for him, so. Am I tripping? Cassie takes absolutely zero accountability.
Cassie was pretty much the ringleader.
That bitch was going back to the freak off.
Baby, you went back.
Being freaky is not a crime.
We'll have that motherfucking jury questioning everything they fucking see with their damn eyes.
For me, staying out of social media and things wasn't difficult, but some people I know were like fiending to get back onto Instagram, or like, oh my gosh, I have to check my X, Y, and Z. It's funny because you would hear rumors that something happened in court, and we're like, what? That didn't happen. What do you mean?
The jurors definitely started to feel that there was a major shift in tone of energy towards
closing arguments. They were saying things like this was a modern day love story.
You didn't see any forced fraud or coercion between Cassie and Sean?
That was a very, very interesting relationship. It's two people in love, you know, they're like overly love. They cannot explain. She wanted to be with him. He took her for granted. He never thought that she'll leave her. So it's like both hands clapping together. You cannot clap with one hand. The both hands like this, then you get the noise.
Do you believe that Sean Combs is a violent person?
Based on that Intercontinental video, he can be. Unforgivable, honestly. You can't beat that small girl like that the way he did.
The defense was smart to say, hey, it's not against the law to be a bad person.
We can say he was a terrible person.
Fine is not being charged with domestic violence.
But he said he's not charged with domestic violence.
Domestic violence wasn't one of the charges.
The very next day, the following day, if you see how they're getting back together and exchanging text messages and like nothing ever happened. So now we are confused. What's going on here? He's beating her, next minute they're going on dinners and trips. It's like going...
Could have done whatever she wanted to do.
That's my answer. I mean, if you don't like something, you completely get out. You cannot have both ways. Have the luxury and then complain about it. I don't think so.
He's turning a PR switch on and turning it off, turning another one on over here, lighting a match for diversion over here, and then you get people confused about whether any of this is real or people are just coming after him to attack him.
Combs has really been eyeing jurors, looking for their reaction to all of the testimony.
Where the judge threatened to remove Combs from the courtroom.
At one point, the judge did reprimand him for nodding at the jury. Did you ever make eye contact with Sean?
No, we are not supposed to. If they catch you doing eye contacts or any other gestures, you'll be removed. You'll be kicked out.
There were times where he would feel strongly, I guess, for something and would nod. But that's pretty much all it was. It wasn't anything crazy or like, it wasn't like he was trying to sway us. I think it was more of just him as a person, just reacting to whatever was being said and forgetting where he was at the time. It's funny because I remember that nod watching Making of the Band. Like, he would do that often. I think that's just his go-to. If he felt it was something that he wanted, I guess, approval on, he would look towards us and be like, you heard that. And sometimes look over to us like, can you believe they said that? In his facial expressions. What you just said? It was funny to see, because I had the same facial expressions that he did at times when it was something that someone said and it's like, that didn't make much sense.
Like what?
I think the biggest one I remember was when Capricorn Clark said something about being kidnapped.
Jurors heard the emotional testimony from Capricorn Clark. She alleges the music mogul kidnapped and threatened her.
Clark described her relationship with Combs as, quote, complicated. Everything that I said in court is mad real. I said I've been kidnapped with a gun. My life has been threatened. I've watched him beat up his girlfriend. We went to murder somebody. But that jury in there that day, I knew they didn't believe anything.
I mean, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe.
I think I think the whole the room felt that question mark pop up.
I'm watching them as they relate to him. I think they all kind of had a like for Puff. Whenever they looked over at Puff, it was like buddy. They were starstruck. I never looked at him once. But every time I caught the glance of him in the corner of my eye, he would make me cry. I cried a lot in there because I was like, this is a nightmare. You look like a fucking walking corpse, Puff. I'm hearing some disgusting stuff, and I have to re-traumatize myself about what you took from me. But what happened to you?
Capricorn Clark had a lot of information that was very emotional. She's remembering these events more than a decade ago, and with the emotion attached to it, maybe the details are skewed. But the problem is that just leaves room for doubt. That's where her credibility became an issue, I think.
They miss the nuances. They get these highlights. Like, he beat her for 15 minutes and kicked her in the face. Well, he had been beating women since 1992. And he was kicking them when they were down. It's just not on film. It seems to be all of a sudden with Sean. And it isn't. This has been a slow build. Some of it happened before our eyes.
The death toll from last week's stampede at a New York charity basketball game has risen to 9.
Whatever must be done to ensure that this never, ever, ever happens again.
And we blinked twice.
Puffy, as well as the head of his security team, are both charged with second-degree assault in connection with a beating attack on music industry executive Steve Stout.
Stout and Combs have settled out of court for $500,000.
And we blinked again, and then we're like, okay, I guess this is what's cool now.
Sean Puffy Combs was arrested here in New York today on a gun possession charge after leaving a nightclub in which 3 people were shot.
The DA failed to prove that Combs was in any way responsible.
I'm at really a loss. I'm very emotional. I feel blessed.
But you still have a victim road that leads to Sean Combs.
Some pretty explosive allegations tonight against P. Diddy. Fox 5's Julie Banderas is at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan right now. Julie.
Hey, Rosanna. Well, all of us know celebrities like P. Diddy get dragged through the mud all the time, but this latest allegation so shocking. Would you believe they're accusing P. Diddy of murder? P. Diddy's been sued a bunch of times before, but by his best friend, make that former friend Kirk Burroughs. He's even the godfather of one of Combs' sons. Yep, that's show business.
I also am a victim on multiple levels with Sean Combs.
I think out of everybody that has a gripe with Sean, Kirk is probably the most legitimate. Kirk was the foundation of Bad Boy. He wasn't the face, but in the early days, he was the foundation of it, and Bad Boy would not run unless Kirk was involved. He really caught a bad deal.
Not only was he abusive to me from an employer-employee standpoint, he was also abusive to me in other ways. Sexually deviant ways. I did not want to do it. I didn't want to be around him and take care of him as he's essaying me and others. I had 25% ownership of Bad Boy. I worked day and night. After I was fired, I wanted to get my 25% paid out. And I started to get things together to build a lawsuit to sue him for the stocks that he had taken from me.
Burroughs claimed P. Diddy cheated him out of $25 million. Today, his lawyers made shocking allegations. They even accuse him of ordering the hit that killed rapper Tupac Shakur.
This is a terrorist organization that uses fear, violence, and the threat of violence to take money from people and put it in their pocket.
It was eventually labeled RICO and racketeering. I was the first to call it. But I was looked on as, that has to be a lie.
Right now, the judge did say this looks like it will be dismissed.
After the filing of the lawsuit, I did not succeed. And then I was banished from the business. For 25 years, I was basically blacklisted and banned. Next thing you know, shelters, homelessness. With Sean, sometimes you're humiliated. Sometimes you're made an example of. Sometimes violent things happen to you. Through the years, a lot of bad things happen to good friends.
As bottomless as the hole as you think he's in, he comes up out like a whirlwind and like a shooting star into the sky.
I made the big mistake in my life to think that when you are championing someone and taking care of them and you have their back and you are the holder of their secrets, the betrayal came at a great cost. And the way he handled me was to erase me.
Cassie Ventura released a statement saying, "I am so scared that his first actions will be swift retribution towards me and others who spoke about him at this trial."
People have asked, was I afraid? I was afraid. I've been afraid. I am afraid.
What are you afraid of?
Powerful people do scary things.
He remembers all of the people that said no and that might have slighted him. And there's a price to pay for that.
He who never mistreated anyone, never stole anything, never abused anybody.
He's devious, he's calculating, master manipulator. I think in ways he's soulless.
This shit is motherfucking history. Last night, we was human. But tonight, we're going to superhuman.
And I think it's hate crimes that Sean has perpetrated against countless people that have crossed his path.
It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. I hope he's getting everything he got coming to him, and plus some more. He's gonna get it all. He's gonna get it the same way he gave it. He's gonna get it. Everybody had to go through something with this dude. Sucker ass nigga.
When I was first starting out, I didn't have no mercy. If you live life like that too much, I think your intentions can get misinterpreted. My intentions was just to make everybody the best. For everybody to eat, to make history, and to inspire the world. And I think I did that. I don't want to wake up you know, old and have any regrets that I didn't develop as a man. I'm still in this movie, and I just plan on, I just know the ending, and that it's going to end happily ever after.
There are still so many decisions to be made. And I believe there are several bishoprics to be filled.
I think, Sir John, now that I'm queen, I do not need your assistance. Thank you.
Do you really imagine that you can step from the schoolroom straight to the throne without guidance? Do you have any idea of what is at stake here?
I'd have been better prepared if you'd allowed me to go out into society instead of keeping me here at Kensington all the time. I know my duty is to serve my country. Mama, you know I'm ready. I want so much to make you and poor dear Papa proud.
What can a girl like you, unformed, possibly do to serve her country? No. You must take advice.
And we must be your shepherds.
I think you forget. Although I am young and perhaps ignorant, I am my father's daughter. The granddaughter of a king. And I believe I shall find my own way, and if I require advice, I will ask for it. Sir John, you have our permission to withdraw.
Never make it out of the bay. Son, I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
He's one of Hollywood's biggest and most successful stars. Actors Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Hundreds of miles away from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood,
Johnny Depp's defamation trial against his ex-wife Amber Heard is set to start in Northern Virginia.
Just in case you got lost in the soap opera, $50 million claim by Johnny Depp that Amber Heard defamed him.
She wrote a 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post referring to herself as a public figure representing domestic abuse.
Depp and his legal team say that Heard is outright lying and that those lies have devastated his career.
Heard countersued for $100 million in damages, alleging the actor's legal team tried to defame her by calling her claims a hoax.
Neither Depp nor Heard live or work here in Virginia, but because the Washington Post has servers here and a printer here in Virginia, Fairfax County residents are going to decide their fate in this $50 million case.
right. Everybody, right now I am on my way to the Fairfax County Courthouse to get in the line.
Day one of the Johnny Depp trial. There's going to be 100 spectators, and it's going to be a mix of media and just civilians, supporters, fans. I hear it's first come, first serve, so got to be there bright and early.
Oh wait, I gotta take
Perfect. Oh, okay, I'm going for it. I love you guys. Pass it along.
Let's flip it up so you guys can see. Good morning! How are we feeling, line? You know what to do. Hashtag respect for the line. Justice for the line.
Okay, so if you're like official media, you have to be on that side of the street, right? If you're like just a fan, you can be over here. So I can kind of get like a closer look at Johnny.
Johnny Depp is suing his ex-wife, Amber Heard, for $50 million in damages on claiming receiving fame tips.
Welcome back. We're getting a closer look into the lies of Hollywood's elites as part of the defamation lawsuit between A-lister Johnny Depp and ex-wife Amber Heard.
In 2020, Depp lost a lawsuit against a British tabloid that labeled him a, quote, wife beater. He and Heard are both expected to testify at this trial.
I know lots of people are talking about this. I know there's lots of live streams happening, so you can go watch the trial yourself and make your own opinions of it. It's online. You can go to YouTube right now and watch it.
Today is a different kind of show because we are going to be watching the opening statements in the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case and going through them with commentary.
All right, so I got my spectator pass. That is awesome. Okay, so we're up here on the 5th floor. That's where his trial's taking place. Not supposed to be on our phones. Definitely not supposed to be recording up here. There's no Amber Heard fans. It's only Johnny Depp fans. Nobody's there for Amber.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Lost Blaming, and I hope you are ready. This is one of the first high-profile Me Too defamation cases that's making it into a courtroom. That is huge news. Hey, there we are. There's the man himself, Johnny D. That's a nice tie. I like that tie.
All right, ready for the jury? Okay, great. So how is it that Court TV and other stations are even allowed to broadcast this trial?
Why do we have such crazy access into the Fairfax County Courthouse? In Virginia, that decision is solely up to the judge, and the judge in this case
Signed an order permitting a pool camera to broadcast the trial.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go over the responsibilities you have as jurors, okay, in this case? All right, so you're not to read, watch, or listen to anything about this case on any social networking sites. What you learn about this case is limited to what you learn in the four walls of this courtroom, okay? Are we ready with opening statements?
The judge is asking for Johnny Depp's attorney's opening statement.
I'm going to cut to a full screen, but I will chime in with some commentary if there are some breaks. But here we go live on Popcorn Planet here in Virginia.
Good morning. This is a defamation case. It's a case about how devastating words can be when they are false and uttered publicly. For nearly 30 years, Mr. Depp built a reputation as one of the most talented actors in Hollywood. Today, his name is associated with a lie uttered by his former wife, the defendant Amber Heard. Specifically, the words that she used, published in the Washington Post in December 2018. Quote, 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse. I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse. Ms. Heard did not use Mr. Depp's name in the op-ed. She didn't have to. 2 years earlier, Ms. Heard had publicly accused Johnny Depp of domestic abuse.
Amber, did Johnny give you that bruise on your face?
Johnny Depp accused of domestic abuse in his sudden split from actress Amber Heard.
Did Johnny brutalize you?
In the wake of the Me Too movement, Amber Heard forever changed Mr. Depp's life and reputation. This trial is about clearing Mr. Depp's name of a terrible and false allegation.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Rottenborn.
May I approach?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Depp's team is going to try to turn this case into a soap opera. Why? I'm not really sure, because the evidence isn't pretty for Mr. Depp. It's not. You're going to see who the real Johnny Depp is. Behind the fame, behind the pirate costume, the man who has described himself, the violent side of himself, as the monster. The monster. You don't see the Washington Post sitting here as a defendant in this courtroom. He only sued Amber. He could have sued the Washington Post. They published the article. But he didn't. And he chose to bring Amber to court here in Virginia, where she has no ties, has never lived, he's never lived, where they never spent any time, because he wanted to ruin her life, to haunt her, to wreck her career. It's not about the soap opera that Depp will turn this case into. It's not about who you like better. It's not even about whether you agree with the words that she wrote. It's about her right to speak them.
Johnny Depp has one of the most brilliant legal teams, and if you need proof of that, I've got a word for you. Virginia. Why would two celebrities from California arguing about something written in the Washington Post file a case in Virginia? In the USA, defamation laws vary state by state, and Virginia has some of the best defamation laws for a matter like this.
Just so we're all on the same page, this is not a divorce case. This is not a domestic violence case. I would argue it's a PR campaign disguised as a defamation case. I don't think Johnny's intention is to win the case here. I think his intention is to clear his name and to control his reputation. There is no PR campaign that has a chance of making an impact as powerful as this trial.
Depp was the one who wanted the cameras in the courtroom.
Oh, really?
She didn't.
Your first witness?
Your Honor, we'd like to call Laura Amber Heard to the stand.
All right.
Will you please state your name?
Yes, it's Amber Laura Heard.
Okay. Now, why are you here?
I am here because my ex-husband is suing me for an op-ed I wrote.
And how do you feel about that?
I struggle to have the words. I struggle to find the words to describe how painful this is. This is horrible. Okay. All right, yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Depp.
Good afternoon.
Can you please tell the jury why you're here today?
Yes. About 6 years ago, Miss Heard made some quite heinous accusations against me that were not based in any species of truth. The infamous People magazine cover with Miss Heard with a dark bruise on her face. Nothing of the kind had ever happened, though there were arguments.
Shut up, you stupid fuck! You are such a baby! Grow the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up, listen to me, and then you can fucking respond. Understand?
But never did I myself reach the point of striking Miss Heard in any way, nor have I ever struck any woman.
Sorry.
realize anyone was there. I thought it was just floating.
It is just floating. Oh, God. Why did she have to have it? Just when I was doing so good without her.
Please describe for the jury your experience in auditioning for the Rum Diary.
Well, I auditioned a few times, which is common in my work. And then I got a call saying that Johnny wanted to meet me in person. I thought I would be going for maybe an audition, but it was just a meeting. I went to his office and met with him for a few hours.
She came to my office. I took one look at her and I thought, yep, that's the one. That's when I first met Miss Heard.
We talked about books and music, poetry. We liked a lot of the same stuff. I was so surprised that somebody, you know, I'm a no-name actor. I was 22, I think, and he was twice my age, and he's this world-famous actor, and here we are getting along about old blues, and I thought it was unusual and remarkable. I left there just feeling like, wow.
I remember there was a scene where I was taking a shower and then she comes into the room and she opens the shower and we kiss. It felt like something that I shouldn't be feeling.
There are certain things that you do in the job to be professional, like when you have to do that sort of scene, and you don't you don't use your tongue if you can avoid it. There's certain things that you do to just maintain a certain line, and it just felt like those lines were blurred. I mean, he grabbed my face and pulled me into him and really kissed me.
Did he use his tongue?
Yes.
That day after work, Miss Hood had come to my trailer.
He kind of playfully kind of pushed me down on this like bed sofa that was in his trailer, just playful and flirtatious, and he said, yum.
Meeting an actress like Amber Heard, she's of another era, you know. I mean, it's like walking into a room and meeting Veronica Lake or Betty Davis or, you know, Lauren Bacall. I called her Slim and she called me Steve.
What do you think you're gonna do?
I'm gonna get that wallet, Slim.
You know, Steve, I wouldn't put it past you.
My God, when Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, that's when they met on that film, he was 45 years old and she was 19. What'd you do that for?
I'm wondering whether I'd like it.
What's the decision?
I don't know yet.
They stayed together until Bogart passed away. So I acknowledged the fact that I was the old craggy bogey and she was this beautiful creature, this stunning creature.
It was a beautiful place, beautiful time, and I fell head over heels in love with this man.
She seemed to be the perfect partner, literate, sweet, funny. She was wonderful.
There wasn't any love like that, you know? I mean, and then he would disappear.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Darth News. This is going to be a day one recap. I was in the courtroom. I was sitting there live in person. So I'm just going to give you my firsthand account. I'm not a legal scholar. I'm not a lawyer. I do this for fun. But I have like a dog in the fight because I actually give a fuck about Johnny Depp and men's rights.
Can you describe your relationship with Mr. Depp Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yes.
Please tell the jury about it.
I will never forget it. It changed my life. I was sitting on the couch and I asked him about the tattoo he has on his arm. I didn't know what it said. It just looked like muddled, faded tattoo that was hard to read.
Well, a tattoo which used to say Winona Forever, who was a former girlfriend, Winona Ryder, and when we broke up, I took off the last two letters and had it say Wino Forever.
I didn't see that. I thought he was joking because it didn't look like it said that at all. And I laughed and slapped me across the face. I just stared at him, kind of laughing still, thinking that he was going to start laughing too to tell me it was a joke, but he didn't. He said, "You think it's so funny? You think it's funny, bitch? You think you're a funny bitch?" And he slapped me again. Hard. I was just sitting there looking at the dirty carpet, wondering why I never noticed that the carpet was so filthy before, and I just didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to react, because God, did he just hit me?
Mr. Depp, what is your response to that?
It didn't happen. I've never struck Miss Heard.
I wish I could sit here and say I stood up and I walked out of that house and I drew a line and I stood up for myself. I was just looking at the dirty carpet trying to will myself to get up. I was heartbroken.
She's acting. She's lying.
Will you please state your name for the record?
Whitney Enriquez?
And you're Amber's sister?
I am.
Describe your relationship with Mr. Depp in the early stages.
We got along really well at first. He was sober at the time, and Johnny, when he's sober, is very bright and beautiful and lovely and kind and generous, and he was very easy to get to know, and frankly, we all fell in love with him at first. But very quickly, this pattern emerged as their relationship went on, that if Johnny was using or if he was drinking, there was almost always a fight.
Johnny, when sober, was lovely and magical and very funny. Cocaine and any kind of alcohol would bring out a very, very ugly side of him. Very misogynistic and cruel.
He was almost unrecognizable when he was drinking and using to an excess. He would just get very angry and he would just say really horrible things about her.
He would weave these elaborate situations in which Amber was having affairs with every man that she ever worked with and every woman she ever came in contact with. He became very demeaning. You know, she has no talent, and when her tits start to sag and her face gets wrinkly, nobody is going to be interested in her.
He called her a fucking used up trash bag, slimy whore, saggy whore. You know, fucking cunt was thrown out a bunch. Just horrible things like that.
What happened?
Nothing happened this morning, you know that? All I did was say sorry.
Did something happen to you this morning? I don't think so.
No.
That's the thing.
You wanna see crazy? I'll give you fucking crazy. That's crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going. You got this going?
Just started it.
Oh, really? Really?
So she's trying to record him without him even knowing that.
Why did you videotape this, Amber?
Yeah, good question.
Because I knew he wouldn't remember.
Objection, calls for speculation.
Sustained.
When somebody breaks something in anger in your presence, that is legally an act of abuse. And he's, look at him. I mean, he's kicking stuff, he's slamming stuff, he's breaking stuff. She's like, hey, what's going on? And here, I know he wasn't hitting her, but he was doing some very aggressive things and directly in her presence. And if she's coming in and saying like, well, hey, here's this confrontation that happened, I was intimidated by it, I felt this was an act of abuse, then she can give her opinion that I was in an abusive relationship. I'm not, trying to defend her or say it, but I'm just saying, it's a huge problem for him.
Morning, Mr. Depp.
Morning, Mr. Rodenbaugh.
Mr. Depp, we've talked about this a little bit, but you've testified that abuse can come in many forms, correct? Physical being one of them.
Indeed.
Verbal.
Indeed.
Psychological abuse.
Indeed.
And you would agree that you were violent in that clip, correct?
Clearly I was having a bad time. I thought what was most interesting is that she tried to hide it from me and then that she laughed and smiled at the end. I thought that was the most interesting part myself. But so yes,
You didn't
I
react.
did assault a couple of cabins, but I did not touch Miss Heard. As you can see, I think. No?
And you may have been drunk in that video, correct?
There's a possibility of that, yes, sir.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint?
Yeah.
I poured myself a large glass of wine.
Right.
I thought it necessary.
Wait for it. You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct?
A mega pint? I poured myself a large glass of wine. A mega pint.
The lawyer conducting Johnny Depp's cross-examination said, "We saw you pour a sort of," Johnny Depp says, "a mega pint." The lawyer says, "A mega pint of red wine," which is not everybody's choice for breakfast, is it?
A mega pint.
That's Amber.
All she needs to prove is that he abused her. I say all, but either she's making everything up or there's been abuse. It's not only social media, but when his SUV pulls up at court, no matter what Amber Heard alleges, there's a crowd out there who are just gobsmacked by Johnny Depp.
Remember, none of us were there. With us, it's who do we believe. But never ever forget, we were not there.
Good morning, Mr. Depp.
Good morning.
Mr. Depp, I'd like to discuss April 2016 now.
We'll take a look at this gem in the historic core of downtown LA. This is the Eastern Columbia building, one of the most prestigious places to live in downtown Los Angeles. Johnny Depp owned 5 penthouses here, this Art Deco gem at the corner of Broadway and 9.
My birthday was coming up, and we had a dinner planned at our penthouse. He told me at some point that day that he had scheduled a business meeting or a money meeting, I think he said, maybe.
I was about an hour and 40 minutes late, maybe, something like that.
Mr. Depp, when you arrived at the party, how did Miss Heard greet you with it all?
Very cold.
It was a big deal to you that Mr. Depp was late to your birthday dinner, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did matter to me.
You were upset he was late.
I was hurt.
She squared off at me in the doorway of our bedroom.
I remember him blocking the door, blocking me to get out, kind of shoving me down, and we had a verbal argument, and then that became a shoving match. I tried to shove him back.
And I said, go ahead, hit me. Bam.
Movie scene.
And I just said, is that what you wanted? Would you like another?
I want to hug this man.
There's the second one. And I said, good, now you're done. Grabbed her by the shoulders, walked her to the bed, sat her down, and said, don't follow me. Leave me alone. I'm out. I'm gone.
Johnny wrestled me down on the bed. I remember I got up once or twice before I ended up on the bed, and he grabbed me, did this thing that he did sometimes. He would taunt me, grabbed me by the pubic bone, just pushed me down, held me down by it, and kind of pulled me into it, and was taunting me, asking me if I thought I was so fucking tough. I think you're such a fucking tough guy, huh? Are you so tough now? Look who's so tough. You want to be a man?
I went, I grabbed a few things, and I got out immediately, and I went to my other house.
But he's saying, we're fucking done here. We're divorcing. This is over. And then at 4:30 a.m. on April 22nd, which is Amber's birthday, he left Amber. Yes, he leaves Amber, like, for good, quote unquote, on her birthday. What a savage.
My friends, this is the patriarchy at work. Heard's being called a whore, a gold digger, a crazy bitch, a manipulative, a monster. He's being given empathy and forgiveness for his transgressions in a way Heard is not. It's victim blaming at its finest. This is why people don't report abuse.
So far, who do you believe in this story here?
I kind of believe both of them.
Okay.
They're on the stand, they're under oath.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to lie, and if they get caught in a lie, it's big trouble. In terms of it being public, well, that's showbiz, isn't it?
The day after your birthday dinner, you and your friends went to Coachella to celebrate your birthday. Is that correct?
That is correct.
You're featured in that video driving.
That's correct.
I had gone to one of my security team and said, she's in Coachella. I think it's a good time to go downtown so that I can get some of my things, you know? And he said, I don't think now's a good time to go. And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. And then he showed me a photograph on his telephone.
What was the photograph of Mr. Depp?
Poop! Say it! Poop!
It was a photograph of the bed, and on my side of the bed, was human fecal matter.
He knows how fucking stupid it is.
My initial response to that some human being had actually dropped a grumpy onto the bed. It was so bizarre and so grotesque that I could only laugh.
If you'd raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth under penalty of law?
I do.
All right, thank you, sir.
Mr. Jenkins, do you know the plaintiff in this case, Johnny Depp?
Yes, I do.
Were you also going to Coachella with Miss Heard?
Yes, I was. I was the transportation for Amber and her friends while she was at Coachella.
And did you have any discussions with Miss Heard on the way to Coachella that evening?
We had a conversation pertaining to the surprise she left in the boss's bed prior to leaving the apartment.
What did Miss Heard say about the defecation in Mr. Depp's bed?
A horrible practical joke gone wrong.
Did you commit any kind of prank?
Absolutely not. First of all, I don't think that's funny, period. That's disgusting.
And she tried to blame it on the dogs.
What, if any, issues did Boo have with
They're disparaging the
bathroom
dog.
problems, if you will?
Johnny's dog, at the time, Boo, she had eaten Johnny's weed when she was a puppy and had bowel control issues.
Why didn't you think it could have been the dogs?
They're teacup Yorkies. They weigh about 4 pounds each. It was clear that did not come from a dog.
That's probably one of the first times that he really realized the depths of how fucking insane that she was.
It was shared on the record that Depp sent this text, quote, "Will you squat in front of the door of the master bedroom and leave a giant coil of dookie so that Amber steps in it and thinks that one of the dogs, primarily Boo, has a major problem? It'll be funny." On the 29th of October 2014, Ms. Heard wrote in a text message to Kevin Murphy that, quote, "Last night she, as in Boo, shit on Johnny while he was sleeping, like all over him, not exaggerating." Again, public record.
Mr. Depp, why did you go over to the penthouses on May 21st, 2016?
Ms. Heard had requested that I come over to have a talk. I went over there with my security team, Jerry Judge and Sean Bett, just in case anything went down.
Good morning, Mr. Bett.
Good morning.
Do you see this on your screen, Mr. Bett?
I do.
And that's you in that black and white shirt, right?
That's me.
That's Mr. Depp in the hat, and that's Mr. Judge to his left?
Correct.
And this video is when you're entering the Eastern Columbia building to take him to Penthouse 3, correct?
That's correct.
Johnny and I had not seen each other for the better part of a month. I mean, I could tell he was inebriated, but it was peaceful. And then he starts talking about the feces again and this prank that he said one of my friends had left for him in my bed. Our marriage was falling apart in front of our eyes. We hadn't seen each other for a month, and I couldn't believe he wanted to talk about feces. So I call this friend thinking that we'll take care of it, and I
Tell
say,
us who that person is.
Io.
She put me on speakerphone. She said, "Johnny thinks that you and I together defecated on his pillow." So I started laughing, and he got very agitated by the fact that she and I thought it was funny. And when I realized that he was serious, I was like, okay, look, first of all, I wasn't there that day.
It just made Johnny madder. He got more upset, grabbed the phone, and started screaming expletives, insulting names.
And I said to Io, "You can have her now. She's yours. She's all yours." Right?
He tosses the phone, down on the couch and heads upstairs. I pick up the phone. Io said, "Amber, get out of the house. Get out of the house now. You're not safe." Johnny came bolting down the stairs, grabbed the phone from my hand, just pulls his arm back with the phone and throws it at my face. Hit me right in felt like my eye.
I was by the refrigerator at this point. I was 20 feet away.
Where was Miss Heard at that time?
She was still sitting on the couch.
He comes over to me as I'm crying, He says, oh yeah, I hit you, huh? What if I pull your hair back? What if I pull your hair back?
He said to her, oh, you think I hit you? You think I fucking hit you? What if I peel your fucking hair back? And then I heard the phone drop again, and then I heard her scream.
She still got eye on the phone. And that's when the screaming started. Stop hitting me, Johnny, she's screaming. In her best, freaked out, upset voice, high pitched.
We could hear the screaming and shouting from Miss Heard, so I immediately opened up the door, and Mr. Judge and I ran in there.
Next thing I hear is, boss, boss. And I realize that his 2 security guards had come into the apartment.
She had this look of surprise on her face, and then she looked at Mr. Depp and us, and she shouted out loud, this is the last time you do this to me.
That's the last time you'll ever hit me. That's the last time you'll ever do that to me. And again, I'm a good 20 feet away by the fridge.
At which point Mr. Depp looked at her and said, what the hell are you talking about?
I remember her screaming. And I hung up the phone, and I called 911.
Officers, how you doing? We're just coming in to say, we just wanted to make sure everybody in here is okay, and then we...
Why didn't you want to cooperate with the police?
Because I wanted to protect Johnny. I didn't want him to be arrested.
Amber, Johnny is definitely not here. He's not here. Everything's all good then? No, it's good. All right.
My best friend took pictures of me. This is my face after the phone incident.
Did you have a clear view of Miss Heard?
I did.
Did you have a clear view of her face?
I did.
Did you observe any injuries on Miss Heard's face?
None.
Johnny Depp's soon-to-be ex-wife has received a domestic violence restraining order against the movie star. Amber Heard presented this photograph in court as evidence of the alleged domestic violence.
Hey, Amber.
Amber, did Johnny give you that bruise on your face?
Amber,
did Johnny beat you up?
I saw that she had gone to a court and there were paparazzi everywhere and her and a pound mark on her face.
Had you ever been accused of physically abusing a woman before this point?
No.
Babe, you're not punched.
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights been around a long time. I know.
No, we fucking have a close.
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you. I'm not sitting here bitching about it, am I? You are. That's the difference between me and you. You're a fucking baby. You are such a baby. Grow the fuck up, Johnny.
Physical fight?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had
Because-
to get the fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know, you're admirable.
The fact that she's on tape admitting to hitting Johnny Depp, for her to have written this op-ed for the Washington Post and essentially propped herself up as a figurehead in the Me Too movement, so to speak. Yeah, I think you just feel really betrayed.
It's so triggering to so many people. As a victim and a survivor of domestic violence, even though it's sexist, you do want to kind of back the female. But so far, I feel like she was more the aggressor.
Look, they can both be wrong. Amber can be awful. You can totally believe that, but we can't
use that as a reason for Johnny Depp to be absolved of the clearly awful things that he has done.
Cross-examination?
Cross-examination. Here we go.
Good afternoon, Ms. Heard.
Good afternoon.
Starting out respectful.
Mr. Depp hasn't looked at you once this entire trial, has he?
No, he is not.
Not that I've noticed, no.
You know exactly why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, don't you?
I do.
One of the last times you ever saw Mr. Depp was when you met him in San Francisco in July of 2016. And this is after you had obtained the domestic violence restraining order against him.
That's correct.
Oh, right into audio.
Oh, no, I will save it all this, everything we just been
I
through.
just wanted to touch you.
Really, after all this shit you just said? After all this shit you fucking accused me of, you want to touch me?
Please stop. Please, I just wanted to hug you.
No, we'll never see each other again. You on your neck, don't see my fucking glasses on. You will not see my eyes again.
That's you and Mr. Depp in that recording.
That is.
And he kept that promise, hasn't he?
As far as I know, he cannot look at me.
He cannot.
He won't look at you, right, Ms. Heard?
He can't.
Let's please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 357A, which is already in evidence, Your Honor.
See what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence. And
Yes.
I don't verify. And see how these people believe or side with you.
That's your voice on that recording, right?
Yes, it is.
You didn't think he would tell the world he was a victim of domestic violence, did you?
I thought it would be crazy for him to do so, knowing what I know we lived through.
What did you say in response when Miss Heard said, "Tell the world, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp, I'm a victim too of domestic violence"?
I said yes.
Miss Heard, Mr. Depp is your victim, isn't he?